Red velvet cake, coffee, morning tea, what's not to love? But a slice of this cake, I could be looking at anything between 800 to 1,000 calories a slice, and the amount of sugars, 72 to 100 grams per serve. Tempting. But no thanks. Hi, I'm Michella, and I'm going to bake a red velvet cake. I'm going to take out the calories, and I'm going to bake a no added sugar red velvet cake. So here we are in the kitchen, ready to bake our no added sugar red velvet cake. I already have lined my trays with baking paper, and I have my oven set to 200 degrees Celsius. We are now going to start whisking 4 egg whites. So we're going to start egg whites. Just get that started. But with the egg whites, we are going to need a teaspoon of sugar substitute, and I'm using mocha fruit. Stiff peaks. We are now just going to transfer our egg meringue to another bowl. We are now going to cream our butter and our sugar together. I'm using 1 cup of unsalted butter. Next, this recipe calls for 2 cups of sugar, but 2 cups of sugar has about 1,440 calories with about 384 grams of carbs and sugars. I'm going to use 1 cup of apple puree. Apple puree will give me my sweets and only 150 calories with about 30 grams of carbs and sugars. And we're just going to beat that. I will add a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to add 2 egg yolks. Okay, creamed butter and sugar. We're going to set that aside. Now we're going to start with our dry ingredients. This recipe calls for 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour or cake flour, but I'm going to use 2.5 cups of spelt flour. And we're just going to sift that. But with our sifted flour, I am going to need 4 teaspoons of baking powder. This is going to help my spelt flour rise. I will need a teaspoon of baking soda, pinch of salt, and we are going to need about a tablespoon of chocolate cacao. And moving on to our next ingredient, this cake recipe calls for 1/2 cup of buttermilk, but I don't have buttermilk. So I have 1/2 cup of milk, and I've added a teaspoon of lemon juice to sour it, and now I have buttermilk. It's a trick that I learned working in the catering industry. I will also need a teaspoon of vinegar and the star of the show, red food colouring. We are now going to combine all the ingredients together. I'm going to start with half of our meringue. We're just going to mix that in vigorously. And we want half of our cake mix. teaspoon of vinegar, a little of milk, and our food colouring. We are now going to fold in the rest of the ingredients. And now our mixture is ready for our trays. And that is going into an oven of 200 degrees for about 45 minutes. We're now going to start with our white chocolate cream cheese frosting, and we're going to start to melt cacao butter. I'm using this instead of 2 cups of butter. 2 cups of butter has 1,634 calories with about 182 grams of fats. By using 1 cup of cacao butter, it's about 884 calories with about 100 grams of fats. Next, we're going to add icing sugar. I'm using sugar-free icing sugar, which is going to give me 48 calories and 1 gram in sugar. This is instead of using 4 cups of icing sugar, which has about 1,950 calories and just shy of 500 grams of carbs and sugars. Next, we're going to add about it's about 1/4 cup of powdered milk. And I will need a teaspoon of vanilla. It really brings out the flavour in white chocolate. At this point, we're just going to turn the stove off. I'm now going to add 2 cups of cream cheese. I'm now just going to beat in the cream cheese into the chocolate, just to make it nice and fluffy. White chocolate cream cheese frosting. I'm now ready to ice my cakes. I've already taken the cakes out of the oven and cooled them and trimmed them and saved some trimmings for decorations. I'm now going to ice the cake.
My aim is straight, I'm all fired up. I got something to say, so listen up. The games you play can be no more. I'm gonna end them today, put an end to it all. Oh yeah, I'm free, free from your lies. Oh yeah, I'm free, you controlling me. Oh yeah, I'm free, using my weakness. I'm moving on and leaving you here. I asked your sister for your phone number. To my surprise, she didn't register. Funny how the rumor differs the truth. I know now there's no more moaning to do. Oh yeah, I'm free, free from your lies. told you you blew your chance just to be with me.
But I'm now ready to slice my cake. Okay, it's a bit fresh,
Free from your life.
but I reckon that's about an inch.
You're controlling me. Oh yeah, I'm free. Using my weakness, I'm moving on and leaving you here. The door is closed. I'm moving on.
There you have
There's more to
red velvet cake.
life than you.
Wow, look at that. Grab my tea. Let's eat. Okay, so now we have our two cakes. Our shop brought cake, which is coming in at 967 calories, 127 grams in carbohydrates, 46 in fat, and 97 grams of sugar per serve. And on our right, the cake that we just made, that is coming in at 557 calories, 31 in carbohydrates, 42 in fat, and 4 grams in sugar. Now I can have my cake and eat it too. And the taste?
Count to three and give you a chance. This waiting's not for me. There's no vacancy. It's time to move on.
That white chocolate that's coming through that cream cheese frosting. On a soft sponge that's not overly sweet. So go ahead and try and give it the thumbs up.